Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing Javicia Leslie in Batwoman Season 2. We got our first look of her under the cowl, and I covered the entirety of Season 1 of Batwoman from the very first trailer on up to the very last episode, the departure of Ruby Rose. Yes, that's right, Ruby Rose and all her ridiculous fight scenes are gone, but now we're going to move ahead. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at Javicia Leslie, her first time under the cowl, a few pictures, and a few brief paragraphs from an article from the Wrap. Monkeys, roll that foot. What? Look, monkeys, you gotta roll the footage. No! Okay. Okay, we're gonna rehire the other monkeys to roll the footage then, because this guy's a dick. Alright guys, sorry, Caesar will not be welcome on the show ever again. He is not going to be the monkey I go to roll the footage. Definitely not. Let's take a look at this. Here, Batwoman, here's your first look at star Javicia Leslie in the new bat suit with a few photos. This article from the Wrap. There's still months to go before the CW's Arrowverse TV shows return, but on Saturday, fans got their first look at how at least one major part of that universe will look courtesy of Javicia Leslie, who shared a photo of her new Batwoman batsuit on Instagram. The God Friended Me actress was cast to replace Ruby Rose as the Caped Crusader in July after Rose announced she would not be returning for Season 2. While Rose's character was named Kate Kane, Leslie's Batwoman goes by the name Ryan Wilder. So I do not think that this cowl does Javicia Leslie any justice whatsoever. I really hope they adjust this, like I said, when they make it their own. Lose the red wig. She has beautiful hair, honestly. Javicia Leslie has beautiful hair. I don't know. It doesn't look like in some of the pictures that, I mean, obviously all actresses wear some kind of extensions, but Javicia Leslie's hair is gorgeous. I think they should really try to utilize that and play to her facial features more. And I'm not saying this from a place of misogyny. Please don't get that wrong. I'm saying that because she's a beautiful woman, and the cowl really, if you look at the picture I'm showing here, it does her no justice. It makes her look kind of mannish, and she does not have that kind of jaw structure, facial structure at all. They really need to adjust that for her. As you see her in the suit, I'll show a couple pictures here and there, but she looks a bit thicker and more muscular. It doesn't take much to be more muscular than Ruby Rose, but I like the look of her in the suit. I'm not saying that the writing's going to be good. I'm not saying the show's going to be good. Her in the body-wise in the suit fits better, a little thicker, like I said, more athletic, which is what you want in a female superhero. As we spoke with Jennifer Thomas a couple weeks ago, she said the same thing, and that's why I really wanted her opinions on the She-Hulk. But no, back to Batwoman, I don't really care for this look, her at all. I think that they could have done better around the face, because this picture just does not do this young lady justice. So we'll have to see how she functions in the suit, how they evolve it over the season though. But that's just my take on what the suit looks like and the face in this early release of the picture that she posted on Instagram. Now, a few things about this name. Very odd that they go with a kind of unisex type name for the character. And of course, they've made it clear that she's an out lesbian and she lives in her van with a plant. Now, they're obviously going to go the very woke route with the writing. I'm not saying anything bad about Javicia Leslie or the fact that her character is black, but I do believe that there was ulterior motives, especially with the given current climate in our country, that they went with a black actress for this. Like I said, no fault of Javicia Leslie. Although I'm not familiar with her body of work, I am familiar with the fact that her body fits in this suit much better than the much more lithe and thin Ruby Rose. Javicia Leslie, I've seen some videos of her doing some kickboxing and a little bit of martial arts training. She carries a bit more muscle on her frame, which to me is perfectly acceptable, especially for a female action star. Let's move on with this article. Look out, Gotham, I'm suited up and ready to go. But just wait until Ryan Wilder puts her own spin on the batsuit, she wrote in the caption. Here's a refresher on Ryan Wilder's character description that I just referenced in that last paragraph to you, but I will read from this in case you need a refresher. Ryan Wilder is about to become Batwoman. She's likable, messy, a little goofy and untamed. She's also nothing like Kate Kane, the woman who wore the batsuit before her. Hope she sanitized it. With no one in her life to keep her on track, Ryan spent years as a drug runner, dodging the GCPD and masking her pain with bad habits. Today, Ryan lives in her van with her plant. I know. A girl who would steal milk for an alley cat and could also kill you with her bare hands. I don't know, it sounds kind of sounds a little hot, I'm not gonna lie. Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter. Highly skilled and wildly undisciplined. An out lesbian, yeah, they had to highlight that. Athletic, raw, passionate, fallible, and very much not your stereotypical all-American hero. One could argue that Kate Kane was really not your stereotypical all-American hero. This has literally been my dream, she added. It's so funny, because in May I did an interview and I said, one of my future goals and one of my biggest dreams is to become a superhero. I wanted to be a black superhero. You don't get to see that often. Well, there's been quite a few black superheroes, so I become the first black Batwoman. Showrunner Caroline Dries also said Ryan's costume will, quote, evolve over the course of the season. Ryan is like, for me to feel empowered in this thing, it needs to feel like I'm representing something I'm fighting for, she said. So honestly, my overall opinion of Javicia Leslie thus far, just in the images we've seen of her in the mask, like I said, not a fan of the mask, the way it makes her face look, because she's a gorgeous woman, and it just does not do her justice. Kate Kane, Ruby Rose, different facial structure, very thin, lithe. Javicia Leslie, more of an athletic, muscular type physique. Not overtly muscular, but just athletic and toned. Much more fit than Ruby Rose was. I think that this show is going to have horrible... It's kind of going to be that SJW feeding frenzy we were used to in season 1. The writing is going to go even more woke now that you have a black woman playing the character, which they could make her a very good role model, but this is not the modus operandi of Berlanti Productions and the Arrowverse. It is not. It's going to be, you know, woke messaging and trash writing, and especially now, more often than not, I believe white man bad. And this really throws Rachel Skarsten's character, Alice, kind of out of the mix, because Javicia Leslie, her character Ryan Wilder's Batwoman, is going to have different enemies that she's going to face off against. But I really want to hear your thoughts, and I know everybody hates this show, but just give me your thoughts on it. I mean, just because you hate something doesn't mean you can't discuss it rationally. Let me know what you think, though. Let's take this thing home. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Please be sure to bitch slap that like button, just like the picture says. And also, if you haven't yet, let today be the day that you push that subscribe button. And remember, from me, the Fandom Menace, People's Champ, if I don't see you, have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow.